So here we go, second game of the day. After a great win against a great United team, we face off against Kansas Spin Tech. 14U team is a collaboration of two Spin Tech teams and others. So it's going to be a good tilt here. The 29ers have drawn the visitors badge. That was a great game, that first one, Aaron.
Yeah, for the most part, great defense, great hitting, great base running.
Yeah.
All against a really good pitcher, so put up 7 runs against a top-level pitcher like that.
Yeah.
Speaks well.
And we were talking about, before the game, between games, I was talking with a couple of parents saying they noticed that a lot of our girls, no matter who they're hitting against, which pitcher, they're all up to that front of that box. It may have something to do with, the facing of those 16U pitchers that have a tremendous amount of velocity, scraping that mid-60s. Now they're facing girls that are just barely scraping 60, so they're way up in that box, ready to hit a good ball. So that's served them well playing that upper level.
I thought it was exciting having Dr. Evil visit us in the booth.
Yeah, they come far and wide to be a part of this juggernaut that is the Dane and Aaron commentary.
It's like watching back in the early 2000s at the USC football games. Reggie Bush and all that crowd.
Yeah.
All the movie stars going down on the sideline.
Yeah. Or even to a greater extent, an LA Lakers game back in the 80s.
It's like the front, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like courtside seats of the Lakers.
Yeah. Or the Knicks there. I'm expecting Spike Lee to come walking in. So here we go. Allie leads things off again for the 29ers. Same umpire crew does a great job. Coach Nate donning the bonnet to try to get a up close and personal as the game rolls on. Charlotte stands on deck. Allie lays down a bunt. Oh, and that ball gets away. And Allie reaches.
Normally on an overthrow like that, Allie would race over to second, but as the first baseman came off the bag to try to catch that wild throw, kind of collided. And
yeah. He's making sure that Barney out there in the outfield umpires make sure she's all right.
Allie took a little bit of a dive there. And she's all okay, though. No big deal. So, super fast leadoff runner on first.
Absolutely. Charlotte steps in. Too tall.
Allie dives back.
For ball one. But to refresh the coffee between games there, and that wind's still a little chilly on this Saturday morning. Charlotte puts him in the 5-6 hole for a base rip.
First 2 hitters are on base here. George steps in. Especially in the shade today. A little chilly if you're in the shade, but
and we're not used to being in the shade because nobody throws shade on us.
That's right.
I'll tell you that.
We shine through it.
Absolutely. Georgia comes in. Runners at first and second. Sophia on deck. Too tall. Georgia looking to get off the schneid here. She admittedly hasn't swung the bat as she's accustomed to, so maybe it's that transition from golf to softball that's kind of giving her fits. Third snares that ball, but there was no play to be made as Allie raced and beat the shortstop to third.
Yeah, hard infield single by Georgia there. Third baseman made a nice dive to knock that down, but the dive took her away from the bag.
Yeah, and out of the baseline, Allie was able to careen around her, as I learned a new word.
Bases loaded. Sophia steps in.
Right one.
You're good.
0-1 to Sophia. Just away for ball one. For ball one strike. Allie at third. Charlotte at second. Georgia at first. Looking to roam here. All the speed you want on bases.
Oh,
Sophia swings at a changeup. Great looking pitch by the pitcher.
I even fooled the catcher as the ball scooted away. One ball, two strikes.
No outs here. Top of the first. Up and in. Sophia does her best.
Last time we played in Dakarski, Sophia hit one into the dog park, I think.
Yeah.
Down on field 2.
Yeah. I think the charges were dropped against her, knowing that she didn't mean any harm to those puppies out there. 2-2. Cracks from the left center, and that's going to get through the fence. One run will score. Charlotte trots in. Georgia trots in. And Sophia.
Bases loaded, triple, stand up.
And the ball sails into the dugout, so Sophia will get the extra base on a ball out of play.
And just like that is 4-0, 29ers. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that really got out of hand.
Yeah. Wow.
Base is clear now. A clean slate for Kaylee as she steps in with Sydney on deck.
If you're pitching, that's a way to empty the bases.
Yeah.
Get a
Not
fresh
ideal,
start.
however, a way.
Yeah, Soph got all that as a heart of the line drive, as you'll see at this level. Not made it to the fence in the air at 230.
Kaylee about pulls a shoulder out there as she swings at a changeup and misses. It's 1-1, the count evens up. Ball up the middle, short gathers, makes a throw, in time to get Kaylee at first.
Really good play by the shortstop. And a diving stop makes a throw across the diamond from her knees. Very impressive.
Yeah. That can only be done on a sharp hit ball like that.
Yeah, she got it. She had it timed perfect. She hit it hard up the middle.
Ball pulled down the third base line by Sydney. Sydney throwing her hands at that one more than turning her shoulders on it. 0-1's count. Ball up the middle for a base rip. You can see the rooster tail off of that ball as it goes into the outfield grass.
Ripped that up the middle for a single. Shortstop made a nice diving effort. Had no chance. So 29ers trying to get something started again. One out, one runner on. Sam steps in.
Claire Jack follows in the lineup. Ball too tall, gets away. Sid traipses over to second. We've opened up the thesaurus this week and try to find some more descriptive words. I may misuse them there, Aaron. Sam chops one.
A little off speed. Kind of in the upper part of the strike zone. Sam chopped it foul.
Sam steps back in with an even count, 1-1. Sydney at second. Ooh, narrowly missing the pitcher's head on that one.
Here comes Sid.
That was a decapitating ball.
Scores easily. So Sam rips a single right back at the pitcher, literally.
And they're going to check on her with good reason.
I think she got out of the way, but
And we're going to get a pitching change early in this tilt. And that pitcher, the second one I hear, might want to consider a mask.
yeah, when you have 7 batters and only get one of them out and allow 4.
During this timeout,
Oh.
I would take the opportunity to come visit our 2 wonderful broadcasters.
All right.
She must want something.
The elegance of, and we live for the lilting laugh that we get from her.
Adam and I were looking at the media RVs. I was wondering how our fundraising was going. To know what our budget is.
Oh, there we go. All right. Media RV. There we go. We need a driver as well. So
I mean, Claire has been working on the radio. She could probably drive you.
yeah, there we go. Wonder if they'll let us use the Pope Mobile, Aaron.
We could try it.
They don't need it right now.
I know they've got a little break where probably get a good deal on it right now.
Yeah, there we go. Get a new pitcher in the circle. First batter she'll face, her reward will be Claire Jack. If that's a reward for how she's been hitting the ball, more of a punishment. She'll be followed by Avery, who's been swinging a hot bat herself.
First game today, Claire was 1 for 2 with an RBI, followed by Avery and then Lulu. Five 0 29ers. Sam's on first as Claire gets ready to step in the box, taking her signs from Nate.
Claire steps in, ready to go to work. Ball gets away off the toe of the glove of the catcher. For ball 1. Claire steps back in. Ball gets away again. Ball 2. Sam advances to third on that wild pitch in the dirt. Two to Claire. Strike 1. Catch that inside corner.
Catcher fires it down to third, but Sam dives back easily. Runner on third. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ball gets away. Runner's coming. And
Yet
Sam will
another
slide in.
Wild pitch. 3-1. So Sam gets home. It's now 6-0. 3-1.
Ooh, Claire takes one off the knee. Oh, you could hear that one right off the bone. She'll try to soldier down to first, but I think
Yeah, that got right on the kneecap.
yeah,
You could hear that one.
all of us felt that one, I think. girl who's accustomed to getting hit by the ball, it's never a pleasurable experience.
Coach Nate and Coach Sean are walking down the right field line with her to shook her up a little bit, kind of right on the bone. I think it's kind of on that where that patellar, like right, that sensitive area right there.
Stretching it out over there, gonna work it out. This will give us a possible opportunity
to jog now, getting back to first. Okay. Gives Coach Nate and Coach Sean high fives, and I think we're ready now.
Try to get a zoom in on the fashionable headwear that Coach Nate is sporting. He has to keep his hair nice and supple today, so he's wearing a bonnet.
That helps the on-base percentage, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. So Avery now steps in with Lulu on deck. Avery peels one foul out of play for strike one. Oh, one is Avery digs back in. Strike two. Oh, two is Avery. Awaits the next one. Staying alive. Peels it foul. The 0-2 again to Avery. Oh, behind her. Claire goes on the pitch. And
good slide.
Slides in safe just in front of the tag.
I think the ball beat her, but she wisely slid towards the outside of the bag.
Yeah.
Did that.
1-2. And that kind of slide and knowledge comes with, playing this game at a high level and playing against other teams that are you have to catch up to. You got to increase your IQ, and that's what Claire and this 29ers team has done. 2-2 in the meanwhile to Avery. Ball up to left field. That's caught on the can of corn. So Claire remains at first. Lulu steps in. And we'll circle back to the top of the lineup. Allie. Just lands short for ball one. One over to Lulu. Allie on deck.
Oh,
ooh.
That was so close. That was like 2 inches foul as it went over the third base bag. Lulu turned on it just a tiny bit too early.
Steps back in, 1-1 strike. 2 down. Claire at second. 6-0 is the count on the board. Just lands low out of the zone again. 2-1. Pulls another one.
Inside pitch. I don't think this pitcher's thrown one outside yet. I think all three batters, every pitch has been inside.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think she's got a lot of velocity, so probably throwing inside on purpose.
Absolutely. The 2-2. to Lulu. Ball 3, too far in and low. Full count now. The payoff. Oh, cold foul.
Again, that pitcher just hangs one, but it's really inside corner. I think it's a full count now.
Yeah. 3-2. Ball 4.
Fantastic job by Lulu. Looks that count full, draws the walk. She fouled off a bunch of really good pitches, so earned her spot over there at first base.
And we're going to get a courtesy runner for Lulu, who's going to be throwing this game. Pitching, I should say.
So Allie's going to be up to bat, and Charlotte be on deck. Avery heads out to first to be the guest runner.
Allie puts one up to the right side. And it's caught by the first base in foul territory to finally retire the 29ers. They were able to put 6 on the board, Aaron. Great start for it. Against the Spin Tech team.
And everybody was hitting.
So Lulu will be in the circle this game. Kaylee will be behind the dish.
Claire will be at first base. Sam will be at second. Georgia at short. Sydney at third. With Lulu pitching to Kaylee behind the dish.
And for Spin Tech, Avery will lead things off for them. Bren will be on deck. And Oakley in the hole.
For the outfield, the 29ers will have Sophia in right, and then to be determined at center and left. We'll see where Allie and Charlotte end up.
I think those two flip a coin.
Yeah, they could be doing rock, paper, scissors, or flip a coin, or
figure out who wants
they
to
may
go
just
where.
do whatever the coach says. They do the opposite.
Yeah,
You never know.
yeah. Defiance.
Yeah.
Come on, Sydney, don't be bold.
Allie in left, Charlotte in center. So many of these girls are just interchangeable in their positions.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They all know what to do. More maturity there with that pre-pitch planning. They all
years of hard work without without having to go to practice. That's something that's the kind of things that you learn on your own whenever you practice without the team. Up your IQ. Avery steps in now for Spin Tech, chasing 6 runs there. Here we go. Lulu reaches back for her first offering. Ball low, out of the zone. Ball 1.
good communicating by Claire at first and Sydney at third as they were both racing in for that punt. Sam racing over to cover first if necessary. So great movement.
Strike 1 from Lulu. A searing strike down the center. Just misses low. Out of the zone for 2-1. As Avery steps back in. Ball punched off the fist. Reached out and snared at first by Claire, and she'll step on the bag.
Nice backhand by Claire. Took 2 quick steps to the right, backhanded, and easy walk to first to get the out.
That brings up Bryn for Spin Tech with Oakley on deck. Back to work goes Lulu. In the turf, the ball one. Peeled foul. Even things up at 1 apiece. 1 down, base is empty for Spin Tech. Just up and away.
Oh, Addie!
Too tall for 3-1 from Lulu. Strike 2, finds that inside corner. Fill it up. Oakley in the on-deck circle, timing out Lulu. Ball chops to Sid. She approaches.
Oh,
and
wow.
goes to first.
5-3 put out. Sid on the run. As soon as that ball came off the bat, she was racing in to get it. Just like they teach you to charge it. Fires it on the run to first. Nice stretch by Claire.
2 down. There's something about that left side of the infield for this 29ers. Georgia and Sydney have 2 of the quickest releases you're going to see. So 2 down, base is empty as Oakley steps in and kills 1 foul.
Lulu kind of fooled her with an off-speed pitch to start the at bat.
Ava follows in the on-deck circle. Too tall. For ball 1. Oh, pushed foul. The 1-2. Barney Torres over there, in the umpire in the outfield, showing his fleet feet over there as he's able to get to that ball. 1-2. In the turf. The 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of 1 here. Ball chopped to Sid. She waits for it. Makes the throw across the dais.
Groundhog Day. Another 5-3 put out.
We're at 3 down for the 29ers. Great job on the 2 bouncer, just waiting for it to get approaching it and watching the bounce there. Good job by Sydney over there at third.
Also, great job by Lulu. Whatever combination she had of movement and
location,
placement and velocity, they haven't been able to really square up on her. Those were pitching the ball where your defense can help you.
And help her. They have.
They have.
As we await the catcher here for Spin Tech. Back to work with the bats for the 29ers. They'll start this inning off with Charlotte. Should be followed by Georgia. And Sophia in the hole. So they're facing pitcher Macy, Rexwinkle. As I think about it, Aaron, as we go through the season, it'd be nice to see a scenario where these girls later in the season just come together once more for just a off weekend tournament.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Let them get seasoned back in with that 16U that they're more than likely they're going to go into. Have them come back and as a team and play another tournament together. We can only hope. So I'm definitely not done watching this team play. It's been fun. We'll just have to go over there to Coach Nate and Coach Sean and plant the seed there. Charlotte
steps in, yeah. Got on base her first time up. More inside.
Charlotte steps back in, up a ball, and no strikes. Puts one to the
look at that.
3-4 hole. Sneaks through the infield for a base rip.
Too hard of a hit for the second baseman to get over. Try to get a glove on it, but hot single to right field for Charlotte. A lot of speed on the bases again.
Yeah.
Georgia steps in. Sophia on deck. Georgia had that hard ground ball to third base for the single last time up.
Ball too tall. Catcher checks Charlotte at first. She's able to skid her back.
The seal clubber. Sophia's on deck.
Georgia, late decision, swings and pushes one foul into the netting. Ball flutters out. Oh
boy.
Short, can't quite.
Look at that. That's speed and aggressiveness by Charlotte.
Short tried to make a play on that ball that was just died in front of her and bounced high off that turf.
Yeah,
Third was going
just sent over her.
Yeah, third was going towards the play, and Charlotte recognized that and went on over to third, slid in safe. And Georgia, in the meanwhile,
yeah, Georgia's able to get the second with the throw over to third. So
great scenario for the 29ers as Sophia steps in. Get her signals crossed over there with Coach Nate, so she'll call timeout and they'll hash it out over there. I think she just wanted to get a better look at the bonnet Coach Nate's wearing.
That's
right. Sophia shows bunt. Too tall.
Yeah, gets her bat back on that ball high. Ava Youngblood is the catcher, normally plays for the Bombers. Amazing hitter. Nice to see her out today.
Sophia shows bunt again. Pulls it back. Takes a strike on the inside corner.
Sophia did not like that call.
We've seen what happens the next pitch after she doesn't like the call.
That's worst mistake they could have made. Just throw her a strike. A little early on that. Chop it straight down. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sophia always has bad intentions when she swings that bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to her. Ball down the third base line. Foul. Just outside the base. Maybe like 2 feet from the base, it curled foul.
Coach Nate seems pretty certain that was over the bag and should have been fair, but it is what it is.
So the count remains 1-2. Sophia steps back in. Runners at second and third for the 29ers. Sophia gets the slightest of pieces to stay alive. One, two as she steps in, working the count.
Oh.
Ball says goodbye, but it's foul.
Went about 230 feet in the air, but foul, unfortunately.
I think everybody on that spin tech side exhaled a little bit. 1-2 remains. Ball gets through the third base glove. Georgia turns. Charlotte already scored, and Georgia will score as well on the base rip.
2 RBI single for Sophia.
Yeah, 8-0.
I don't think they'll give the third baseman an error on that because it was hit so hard that
Yeah.
kind of went through the third baseman.
Who knows what kind of voodoo was on that ball when she hit it.
Something was going on.
Kaylee steps in now. Sophia at first. She pulls one. Coach Nate flashing the hands over there. Strike one on the foul. Pull the foul again.
I think the scoreboard's wrong. It's really 8, isn't it? 8-0?
Yeah. We got a newbie running the scoreboard. Katie steps back in, down 2 strikes. Cracks into left
that's
field.
going deep.
Down the line.
Another one. That went about 220 feet in the air and landed about 2 feet foul.
Everybody held their collective breaths there. 0-2. She steps back in. She says, I'll just put it between the bases.
That fastball was actually high and outside, but Kaylee just wasn't having it. She says, I'm going to go ahead and push that out in the right center field for a single. Yeah, double, I guess is what they'll give her on that. So Sophia gets to third. We're going to have a guest runner as Georgia heads out to second. A guest run for Kaylee. So runners on second and third. Nobody out. Sid steps in.
You're probably right on the scoring. It's probably a single with the
advance on the throw.
Advance on the fielder's choice. Yep. Sydney steps in now with runners at second and third. Ball sails too high. The 1-0 to Sydney. This one out to
Runners
center
are gonna
field.
Tag. Center fielder runs up, makes the catch. Sophia is able to score. Due to the placement, Georgia had to stay at second. So RBI, sacrifice fly for Sid. Well done. One out, runner on second. Sam steps in. Last time up, she had a 2 RBI single to right center field.
Yeah, she's just been tearing the ball up. That ball is off the end of the bat.
So grounded is short. Sam advances the runner. Claire's going to step in now, but great job of base running by Georgia to just sit there kind of like stalking her prey. The moment that shortstop threw the ball, she was off to third.
And there's no hope of getting Georgia on that kind of play. Claire steps in. Runner at third. 9-0 is the count on the board. Claire pulls one foul. 0-1 to Claire. Chipped foul again.
Keep your chin down.
The 0-2 to Claire.
Runner on third. It's that same scenario. It's those inside pitches. Everybody's early and fouling them off.
Yep, absolutely.
Then as soon as the pitcher makes a mistake and floats one over the middle, we pound it.
Ball dropped, third strike.
You got it.
They're able to get Claire at first in time to retire the Niners. Before they could put post three more on the board, and they lead after, or in the middle of 2, 9-0 over Spin Tech. Lula goes back to work in the circle. As the sun is beaming down on us, it's slowly starting to warm up here at the Karski Park. Leading things off for Spin Tech this half inning will be Ava. She'll be followed by Emmy and Bella in the hole. Chasing 9 runs are Spin Tech.
Have one defensive change. Claire's going to get a little break, and Avery's going to go to first. And everything else stays the same.
Here we go, back to work for Lulu in the circle. An encouraging word from the Spin Tech coach for her batter. And we're ready. Ava swings that one, fouled it off. A great batter here. We've seen her grow up as well, Ava Youngdahl. Just a great hitter. Seen her play on various teams. Swings a very, very good bat. Away for 1-1. Ball to second. Reaches out, can't snag it. Georgia comes and makes a throw, but it's late to first. Ava reaches safely.
The coaches are saying go ahead and take an extra step and get in front of it instead of trying to backhand that. Turf's kind of tricky today for everybody. So
Lots, 1 on.
she reaches.
Sid gets the lead runner at second. Sam turns and just late on the double play.
There's a 5-3 fielder's choice there. Get the lead runner. Nice defense by the 29ers. So runner on first.
Great turn by Sam at second.
Yeah.
I think that ball was just too slow coming out for it to be a double play. Got her at second. Kaylee mows her down.
Kaylee's kind of giggling and hiding her eyes there, laughing. She knows that throw was a little high to second, but still got the runner. So
But she's still able to tell that base runner, no, no, no.
wasn't as good as one of her normal throws, but it was still good enough. So nice job, Kaylee.
Oh, no. Not today.
So somehow we all of a sudden have 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah. Ball 1 to the batter. Ball 2, the 3-4 hole. Great looking hit by Bella. Two down as Macy steps in for Spin Tech. The runner at first. Whitney will be on deck. Oh, the Georgia, she backhands. Tries to go to second. Oh, she overcooks it and throws it to right field. Awkward angle to try to throw that at. It gets over Sam's head.
Yeah, I think with the dive Georgia had to make, I don't know that we'll get neither runner out at second or first, but definitely a great job knocking the ball down. Sophia did a nice job at first base or in right field to
absolutely.
back up that throw.
Ball bounces to Kaylee.
That ended up being pretty far outside in the other batter's box. Kaylee flew out there to knock it down. Pulled the runners at first and second. Great job by Kaylee.
Yeah, keep those runners up their bags there. The 1-0. Swung on.
Oh, nice pitch, Lulu.
Wow. Lulu's dealing today, too. Let's not forget to give her proper credit. The 1-1. Ball pushed down the third baseline. Foul by Whitney.
Laid on a low inside strike. Fouled it down the third baseline. She's lucky it went foul because Sid was there.
Yeah, she's there. She's over there. She's stalking the line. The 1-2. Ball to Georgia. Go to first.
Oh, goes off Avery's glove.
Avery's
So
glove
instead
there.
of a 6-3 put out, we get a ball that gets away, and
a run scores on
so
that.
is it 9-1 now?
9-1.
That'll be a unearned run though. So runner on third. Runner on first and third now.
Ball up to Sam at second. She's trying to get back, but it gets over her head and lands in shallow right field. And a run will score.
Kind of landed right in between Sam and Charlotte and Sophia. Shallow right center field. Coach Nate calling timeout, having a little talk with Lulu. I think it's not really probably a talk with Lulu, it's a talk with the rest of the defense.
Yeah, pretty stoic look on his face as he walks out
been
there.
Getting everybody out.
How serious do you think the girls are taking him with the bonnet on?
It's
And a 9-2 advantage.
I think without the bonnet it'd only be 7-2.
Yeah, that's true. The beauty regimens are always our priority over anything.
That's right.
And Coach Nate.
Performance is never a substitute for appearance.
Yeah. There you go.
Words to live by.
Yep. There you go. Look good, feel good, play good.
That's right.
There's a reason why that's first on the list. Coach Nate is the pinnacle of
That's right.
fashion. Here we go. Back to work. Runners at first and second for Spin Tech. 2 down. 2 runs have scored for them this inning. Ball low, out of the zone. For Delaney. Bottom of the lineup here for Spin Tech. We'll go back to the top with Avery. Lexi's at first. Whitney at second. Strike on that corner. Delaney digs back in. Swung on late for strike 2. So they continually checking the runner at first. She's able to slide back.
Lulu's had amazing command.
Yeah.
All game.
She's really got a little bit of movement on that pitch, too. The 1-2 from her. Just misses. It's a great chaser pitch there.
Yeah. Good job by the batter to lay off that.
Evens things up at 2-2. Swung on for strike 3.
Lulu taking care of things herself.
Yeah.
Good job. 9-2 after 2 innings.
Let's put it at the top of 3. 9-2. It's turned into a pretty pleasant day there. Matching your commentating crew here. Very pleasant. Bordering later on, it'll be bordering on hot. To really close the gap on us in the day. So Avery will lead things off for the 29ers. Lulu on deck, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Allie in the hole. We hope you'll join us at the 2 o'clock hour for the third pool play game for this 29ers team. We'll give you plenty of time to get all of your chores done. And rejoin us. On that tilt, we'll face the Winfield Wild. And so clear your afternoon because we'll face the Wild and then we'll turn immediately around.
Jitterbugs after that.
And face the Jitterbugs.
Haven't had a chance to play the Jitterbugs yet, but that last tournament over in Goddard, we were able to play the Winfield Wild. I believe we won 10-0.
Oh. There we go. Every time I hear Jitterbug, I think of the Wham song, Wake Me Up.
That's right. Any excuse to think about George Michael is a good excuse.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Legend of the 1980s.
Yeah. Here we go. Avery steps in, ready to start the top of 3. There's one foul. Coach Sean over there telling those girls to be a little bit more patient, if possible.
I almost wish they just put their heels on the outside of the batter's box.
That's
because
true.
Every pitch is inside.
Straight in the air.
I think they know with that velocity not to throw it out over the plate or outside, and so
yeah.
We just so after that pop out, Ava makes a nice play catching it. Get out and get that for the first out. Lulu steps in.
With Allie on deck. Whoa, through the wickets of third base. And left field had to make a diving stop out there to.
Yeah. It was a great play by the left fielder or it might have been inside the park.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how they're going to score that. That was a hot shot at the third baseman, but it was right at him. They may say that should have been something that could be an error.
Yeah.
But either way, rocket exit velocity. So great job of hitting by Lulu. So Allie steps in. 1 out, runner on second.
Oh, through the infield. Lulu waits on it, and she'll round third. And they're going to try to throw at her at home. She'll come sliding in for another run.
Great piece of slap hitting by by Allie there. Ends up on second with that throw home. That's another example, playing a team that doesn't quite have the defensive experience. If they've got the first baseman comes in and stands where the pitcher is to be the cutoff there, then Allie's not able to get the second on
absolutely. That's something they'll learn like we had to, the hard way sometimes.
Oh, look at that. Bunt on the turf.
And she's safe at first. And she'll go to second.
And once again, there must be a rule that if Charlotte is on, you're not allowed to cover the base.
Yeah.
She just took off for second because nobody was there.
Absolutely. That's
I know the first baseman dropped that, but I think Charlotte was safe anyway.
Yeah, she's got so much speed going down that line.
I think the third baseman should have let the ball go. I think about 10 feet later it might have gone foul.
Yeah.
It's a great bump by Charlotte.
Had a little bit of side spin on it. That brings up Georgia with runners at second and third. She
just got under that. So Georgia frustrated with 2 outs with runners on second and third. Sophia steps up.
Georgia with a puzzled look on her face as to why she's popped up something that way. She's probably not swinging it the way she usually used to. Ball sails out of the zone. She had a frustrated look on her face as she walked back to the dugout there. Sophia takes ball 1, 2 tall. Out of the zone for ball 2. Get a visit to the circle by Coach Conroy. Talk with our infield. Try to figure out how to solve the puzzle that are the 29er batters. Coach Nate having a discussion over there with Sophia as well. No doubt telling her drive what she gives you. Kaylee is on deck. Would we rejoin? Golden opportunity for 2 more runs here and 2 more RSBI for Sophia. To Sophia. 3-0. As Sophia steps in, possibly taking a pitch here. No, she goes straight away center, and that ball off the top of the fence, off the yellow piping off the top of the fence. And Sophia is happy and mad at the same time.
I know, that's first time I've ever been disappointed in a double. Wow.
2 inches now, and we're screaming.
Yeah, that went exactly 230 in the air and hit the top of the fence. Bounced back in.
I think the coach seen all she needed to
good
see
job,
on that
Sophia. Haley's going to be up next.
She put a sting on that.
2 more RBIs.
That's why you don't hang one to Sophia. She's maybe 2 to 3 miles an hour faster. That ball's gone. Get a change in the circle. Delaney will take over the pitching duties. She'll face Kaylee. That's her first batter. As far away as that is, Aaron, you could hear that thing. We're about 250 feet away from that. We could hear it clear as day, that ball bounce off the top of that yellow piping that's on top of the fence out there. Whew. That just sounds different coming off her bat. Another girl that could do pretty much the same thing here as Kaylee. Sydney follows on deck. Really puts her in sky high to second. And nobody's going to be able to get there as it reaches the outfield grass.
I think you can just pick your defensive player and give them the air. Right fielder should have had it, center field should have had it, shortstop should have had it, and second should have had it.
Yeah, they kind of all looked at each other.
Yeah. So as Sophia scores, she goes back out to first base to be the guest runner because Kaylee gets to go put the catching gear on.
That brings up Sydney. Ball gets away. They try to pick off Sophia.
So it's going to third. So it's going to go home. That ball rolled all the way to that right field fence. Sophie an oxygen mask.
Yeah, rounding those bases quickly. Sydney takes ball one out of the zone.
She just went a total of 7 bases in about a minute and a half between them.
The 1-0 to Sid. Fields went out of play, foul. 1-1. Get a good shoulder turn here. 1-1 strike to Sid. Ball pushes out to right field, but it's right into the glove of the right fielder. Sid put a good sting on it, but unfortunately it was a line drive right to the player.
Just went right to her. We have, 14-2? Is that right? Something like that?
14-2. You are infallible. As if these last 5 seconds. 14-2 as we go to the bottom half. We assume that it'll be the last half inning of this tilt. 73 minutes. Or 63 minutes, I'm sorry. Roughly 7 minutes remain. We get a change in the infield here. Sydney will take a break, and Claire will step into the third base defensive slot. And the rest remains the same. 14-2 on the board. Top of the lineup, Avery leads things off for Spin Tech. Bren on deck. Ball low out of the zone for ball one. Ball low. Just falls out of the strike zone for ball two. The 2-0 to the batter. Ball check swing, pushed foul for 2-1. Two balls in a strike as Avery steps back in. Ball peeled straight back foul.
In the middle of this time, let's go.
for strike 2. Away for 3-2 from Lulu. Full count here. Ball back up the middle, off off Lulu's glove. Gets to Georgia, but she's late on the throw. So infield base hit for Avery as Bryn steps in. Ball too tall. Check the runner at first. Be able to slide back. Bryn takes ball 1. Oakley on deck for the spin tech. Too tall for 2-0. Strike 1. Too tall. 3-1. To Brent. Strike 2. Ball goes up to right field on the overthrow. The runner takes second. 3-2 in the meanwhile to Brent. Avery at second now for his spin tech. Ball low out of the zone for ball 4. It brings up Oakley for spin tech with Ava on deck, the catcher. Very dangerous batters coming up for just tall. Ball low, gets away from Kaylee, and runners advance. Second and third now, runners both in scoring position. 2-0's meanwhile is a count to Oakley. Inside, just catches that chalk on the inside. 3-0.
Good eye to lay off.
Ball 4 gets away. Runner coming. And she'll reach, or she'll slide in safe. And the run will score. 14-3 is now the count. Runners on the corners for spin tech. As Ava steps in, we'll get a timeout by Coach Nate. As we approach 71 minutes here on the timer, this will be the last chance for the spin tech. So here we go. Meeting in the circle is done. Runners at the corners for Spin Tech. No outs recorded as of yet. 14-3 is the lead for the 29ers as time winds down. And time is over.
So we'll finish this half of the inning with Spin Tech needing 11 to tie.
Mountain to climb here, as they say. Ava steps in now. Peeled foul out of play. They say we'll take I believe a 2-game break. We'll reconvene at 2 p.m. Really 1:50-ish for the pregame. 0-1 to Ava. Just misses. Runner reaches safe as Kaylee tries to get her stealing, but just late.
Sam did a nice job getting over to cover the bag on that, making a good play.
4-1 strike in the meanwhile to Ava. Emmy's on deck. Off the fist punched foul out of play.
Outfield is wisely playing pretty deep against this power hitter.
Yeah, Ava with that bat can change the entire complexion of a game. We've seen her do it many a times. 1-2. She steps back in. Ball out to left field. Allie's on it. She makes the grab. Runner goes to third. And they're going to hose her down on the fielder's choice. But a run will score on the fly ball.
So kind of a great job by everybody. Ava hit it deep enough in the outfield that the runner was able to tag and score, but Allie ran in, made a diving play.
And Coach Nate appealing, seeing that the runner left early.
So then Claire covering third makes the catch and the tag.
14-4. As the bases are empty now. Oh, the coach dives for the line out.
What was that? All of the grandparents for Claire are very excited and cheering and jumping up and down yelling as Claire makes a diving catch at third base to end the game.
That'll do it for the second full play game. Ends very much the same as the first. A very impressive hitting display by the 29ers, and they take the victory, still remaining undefeated on the season.
And no runs given up and no errors by your broadcast crew in either game.
Yeah, just flawless.
That's right.
Man, if only there was an award for announcers.
Marconi, maybe? What's the radio?
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody should anonymously at least nominate us.
Yeah, somebody out there. Have them listen to us. So with that, we'll go to look forward to the 2 o'clock game. I hope you'll join us against the Winfield Wild. But until then, another great victory by the 29ers. And we'll say goodbye for now on behalf of Aaron and myself. Thank you, Aaron, for another great game.
Thank you. My pleasure, as always.
And we'll say goodbye. And as always, go Niners.